Adam, the second fairly disappointing week in a row. Where do you feel that things broke down today?
Yeah, broke down in a lot of the areas that we knew that Adelaide were good at. The aerial battle, both ends of the ground. They beat us in that area. And their stoppage game, not only their stoppage game, but more of what happens after a stoppage win or a stoppage loss. You go into a game trying to minimise any stoppage loss or trying to maximise the ones that you win, and we've put a heap of work into that, but not only did we not maximise our stoppage wins, that next turnover turned into 6 goals against. So that's a hallmark of their game, and we knew that going in, and they really tested us, and we battled with denying that return to serve. So, really frustrating, and our boys are frustrated and disappointed. But as a coach, as I said last week, I'd be more worried that if our players turned out, like to have 2 goals at half-time, pretty bleak, not a lot of excitement within our game, to respond in the right way and keep trying to play our way and get some energy and celebrate little things. Jasper Elger kicking his first goal and Luke Traynor kicking his first goal, and little moments like that it felt like they still cared, which is all I can ask while we're going through what we're going through.
I think you lost your last 3 by about an average of 10 goals. Is the concern, I asked you this last week, but is the concern now, I know you're playing pretty good teams as well, but in terms of the season maybe falling out a bit and the effort sort of disappearing, is that the concern now at the moment?
Well, it would be if we didn't respond in the right way. Like even for one of our leaders, Lynch spoke about at half-time, I was obviously going to address it, a couple of reverse free kicks, which was just pure frustration and showing that he cares. For him to talk to the group before I even had a chance to talk to him, and then almost put his heart on his sleeve in front of the group was exactly why he's been the player that he is. So I've got no doubt that our players aren't just they're looking to the end and they're not happy with what we've got or the wins that we've had previous. We just come up against a really good footy team, and their polish and their execution was better than ours. Like I said, with the stoppages and our entries, we didn't maximise ours, but John Fall was going to be better for it. Down their end, Riley Thilthorpe kicks 5 or whatever he's kicked and just looked like a man mountain, but he's in his 4th or 5th year. Jonty's in his 1st. That's the type of player we need him to become. Luke Traynor's standing on Daniel Curtin, and Daniel Curtin is his 3rd year, and he's commented to me in the 3rd quarter saying how big he is. But that's how quick it can change. So we're trying to fast track not only the development of our players and feel like they belong on an AFL field, but they need to fill into their bodies. Like I said, the aerial battle both ends of the ground. McKelty going out of the game is almost like a perfect storm. We lost a guy that's going to give us a contest forward of the ball. We then had to move Noah forward, which I thought he did really well. But yeah, their one wood shone through, and like I said, having Couch drop out of the game didn't help.
So you're disappointed that Tom Lynch let his frustration, or seemed to let his frustration get to him?
Obviously in the moment as a coach you're disappointed because a few of them look like we've got possession and we're getting out and we finally look like we're about to execute, and his frustration spills over. But in saying that, we're going to see clarification on the marking contest because it happens to him. He's such a big man and they do scrag him, and he's feeling like he's getting held, and then he doesn't, and then the ball goes down the other end and we give 3 free kicks in aerial contest in one passage of play. So we've got to look at all those things and we've got to help him through that. No excuse with his response, but I can understand his frustration.
So Tom sort of owned up to the group at half-time and just said, let my frustration get the better of me? Or?
Yeah, he did. He apologised to the group because he knew he let him down just by letting it spill over. And like I said, we'll help him with that. We'll seek clarification on the technique and what they're doing to him. And then we've got to be obviously help him in the moment as well, making sure we're talking to him and helping him through that. So, he did. He apologised a bit to the group.
Did you take him off the ground at any point? I know he's a senior experienced guy.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, Chris Newman looks after our forward, so you're constantly thinking or making sure when he does come off, you're talking him through that. But because the aerial battle and because Kelts was off the ground, we needed him out there, and we were battling as it was, going down the line, and they were just marking everything or impacting on a lot of our aerial ball. So to get him off and talk him through that, part of it is you just got to wait till half time. So, yeah, like I said, the response from Lynch in the second half was okay as well.
McKelty's calf, do you have any idea about the extent of that one yet?
Well, he's never done one. I sat with him in the last quarter to have a chat about it. He's never strained a muscle really. So he thought he cramped, which he knew that was way too early to cramp. He's such a fit man. So it was really disappointing and not only disappointing for today, but the amount of work that he's put in and the body of work he did over the last month to put himself in a position to get pretty much straight back in. So yeah, he's got a minor calf, and we'll find that out. He'll obviously have a scan tomorrow, but yeah, it was interesting. It showed how important he is to us in that battle, in that aerial battle, when he did go out of the game, because we did miss him.
Is there suspicion that maybe the jump up to AFL level after such a long time may have contributed to it? No, he would have obviously done the work, but just yeah.
No, not really. Like I said, if we'd brought him in after 1 or 2 games, but he played a month of footy, so and there was a build in that as well. It was a half into a 3/4 and then 2 full games. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just unlucky, and we'll, like I said, we'll work through that. Hopefully, it's only a minor one, and he'll be back soon. But like I said, Noah going into the front end and providing a target and providing a bit of energy look good for us.
Just on Lynch, he's such a competitor. We know he's different, probably off the field than when he's playing. What do you say to him? How does he work through that sort of capacity to react?
Yeah, well, we don't want to take that away from him. That's why he's been such a good player at this footy club for a long time. He's got white line fever and he wants to win. And he wants to mark, and he wants an opportunity to mark the ball every time we go down the line, because he knows that's his job. And especially when he's playing with younger forwards around him, that's heightened. So, like I said, we've got to help him through that. We'll see clarification on, 1, the way it's been adjudicated, but 2, we'll make sure that we're coaching him the right technique and getting guys around him to fly with him. And like I said, the second half, we felt like the response was right. They're really coachable. It wasn't a lot of their big guys that were on him that were annoying. They were flying from the side, and a few of our young boys were sort of waiting and hoping. So second half, we allowed them all to fly, and we looked a little bit better. So yeah, we'll help him through that as a group, and then obviously he'll work through that as an individual.
Probably looking at some number of games without Lynch in your forward line now, as Noah Bolter, someone who probably has to stay down there against Geelong next week to help those younger key forwards.
Without Lynchy?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just in all likelihood, it seems you'll probably be suspended for the incident with.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the incident. I hope that's not the case. But, well, yeah, if that is the case, we might have to look at Noah anyway. Look at with Celts going out. We've got Tom Sims. We've got some Jacob Bauer played well yesterday. So we have got some tall stocks. We might need to get creative, whether it's Noah or any of our defenders that are happy to go forward. But yeah, we'll look at all those things. But like I said, the look of our side when Noah was down there, it looked like it worked okay. And like I said, Jacob Blight come into the team for his first game, and it might he'll be better for the run. So yeah, it might give him another opportunity as well.
We're coming to the back end of a development year. How do you go about balancing, wanting to win and trying out a few new things and seeing what these boys can do?
Well, that theme's not going to change all the way through. From round 1, it was around giving our younger boys exposure, but at the same time being competitive and trying to win. That's not going to change, whether it's round 16, round 1 or round 23. So Jasper Alger got an opportunity last week and this week because he deserved it. We've got guys in good form at VFL level, they'll get opportunity. So we'll be looking always to the future, but at the same time right now we expect our to put on a performance that our Tiger Army are proud of, and the last couple of weeks it hasn't been the case. So we need to address that, train hard and go down to Geelong and do what we need to do.
Another premiership contender this week. Just sort of look at the performance of like a West Coast last night against Collingwood as an example to you boys that, if you have a crack, you can sort of stick in there for quite a while.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times already this year, but just in this period that you're in right now kind of thing.
No doubt. And that's the thing, the margins between winning and losing, and not only winning and losing games, but just winning and losing quarters. I thought our third and fourth quarter, we played the right way. And the spirit is going to get dented when we feel like we're playing the right way and our execution in our front end is just not as good as theirs. And that's okay. We can work on that. We can train that. We can build into that. I'd be more worried, like I said, if our spirit, our energy and our system just went out of whack and our players didn't look like they cared. That's something that we won't tolerate. So, yeah, like I said, we'll lick our wounds and come up against another good team on the road and see what we can do.
Sam Lawler a chance for next week?
Yeah, we took a really cautious approach with him. He was pretty much available for this weekend's game, but we thought just another week of training. Want to make sure that he's ready and fully ready to perform, not just play. So, so that's exciting for our footy club. We obviously can't wait to get him back in. He's the type of guy that does finish inside forward 50, and we've missed him. And in his first year, you can see how much we need him. So yeah, like I said, the VFL boys had a great win. We've got some guys in good form, so we won't be just plucking players out of randomly. They'll be rewarding that opportunity, and we're probably going to need a couple of them.
Is it tempting to turn to Taj Hot in the way he performed on this weekend, or do you stick to the plan and give him another week at least?
Yeah, well, that will be the same. It's a no-risk policy. We've got to make sure that when he comes in, he's ready to play. We understand his talent. He's played a half, and now he's played pretty much a full game. It's 75% game time. So we'll make that decision based on what the best thing is for Taj, not to win down at Geelong. We need him. He'll get an opportunity at some stage because of his talent and the form that he's in. We've just got to make sure we provide that and give him the opportunity to come in and perform at AFL level or at a high level. So whether that's this week or the week after, it won't take him long because, it is exciting for our footy club.